In this video, I wanted to introduce everyone to another new add-on from My Listing Club called the Enhanced Content Sharing Modal. So what this is going to do is modernize the content sharing functionality of My Listing. It's going to help you boost your customer reach and then therefore convert more customers. Okay, we're going to walk through the product page here together, and then we're going to look at the current problem with how My Listing works by default. And then we'll look on a couple starter sites how this is fixed with this add-on. Okay. Scrolling on down, by default, My Listing has a default content sharing design that looks like it's straight out of the 1990s. So let's fix that. So before we talk about the fix, let's look at the actual problem. So My Listing demo, go to like a blog post, for example. So let's go to the blog, pull up a post, click share post. There we go. That's the problem. So that is when I say straight out of the 1990s, that's what I am talking about. So not modern at all. Okay. If we go to the listings, we have the same issue. So share, same thing. Everything is tied into the same sharing modal, and it all needs updated as far as the design goes. Okay. So that's the problem we're trying to solve here, and we have solved. With this add-on, you'll bring the content sharing experience up to modern standards, and users will take your business seriously. How it works: step one, obtain the plugin, install it, activate it just as you do any other plugin. Personalize it, optionally adjust the styling to fit your requirements. You'll see by default, this works with your whatever your accent color that you determine in the theme options. So it's going to pull from that, and this is going to look good on pretty much most sites out there by default. You won't have to do anything with it, but you can do additional customization. You just need to apply CSS. That's all there is to it. Okay. And then yeah, that's it. And lastly, and just enjoy all of the things, the boosting of the customer reach, the enhanced design, the customer trust, all of those good things. Okay, FAQs, and then we'll get to looking at the actual solution. Do you offer support? Yep, you can reach me in the club community, or you can just jump over to the contact form and send me a note. How do you add this to your site? Again, just install a plugin just like you would any other plugin. How do you adjust the design? As I said, the design should be good to go for most My Listing websites, as the colors reference the accent color you define within the theme options. Okay, so it's automatically going to pull from that setting. So you have two options. Option one is the recommended. Just apply some custom CSS to finish up the style if you need to. Option two, I give you the files that you need to browse to within the plugin if you want to make the changes there. I recommend option one because if and when this add-on ever gets updated, then you can retain those changes. Can I see this working on a My Listing website? Yeah, I'm going to show you in this video the full starter sites, how it looks, and then the current light starter site that I've been working on, which is modernizing the My Listing card demo. And then how is this licensed? You can put this on as many websites as you own. I just ask that if you're going to build sites for others, please buy an additional copy for each of those sites. That's what helps keep the price so low. Okay, and speaking of price, it's just $5. If you are a club member or a client of mine, you're going to get another discount on top of that, and it's practically free. Okay, so I wanted to bring that to your attention. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this is the My Listing car demo that I'm currently modernizing. I'm calling this a light starter site. Okay, because it doesn't have all the bells and whistles as the full starter sites, because we're not using any premium products. We're just basically styling everything up and adding functionality with free plugins and stuff like that. Okay, so I showed you how the share looked before, and now look at it here. So we're going to click on share post here. There we go. So this is pulling, this black color here for these icons is pulling from our accent color. Okay, everything else, this black background with the opacity, that is pulling from My Listing's default modal colors right there. Okay, So the only thing that this plugin, this add-on is pulling in is your accent color, and it's styling these links, the color of these links, which is just basically an off-white, and then on hover, it's full white. That's why this is going to work on most websites out there, and I'm going to show you what I mean just by that. So it works on posts and it works on listings. If I go to explore, I'm not sure what happened to my mouse cursor here. Let me refresh. The mouse cursor is doing some wonky things. All right, let's go to I think it's actually my browser. So let's see. Maybe my mouse has got issues here. Yeah, I've lost the ability to click with this thing. So bear with me 1 second. That's embarrassing. It's like my battery went off on my. All right, let's go over to the starter site and then we'll come back here. Okay, so this is a listing, obviously. So if I click on the share option under the quick actions, here we go. We'll see we're pulling this blue color from our accent color and then that white color for the links. Everything else, it looks great on dark mode out of the box. Let's look at the light mode version. Looks good out of the box. Again, you can go in here if you want, change the background. You can change anything you want with CSS. It's super, super simple. But out of the box, like I said, this is going to work for most websites. Another really cool feature about this, I tackled this before with just CSS. So this design that you're seeing here, I originally had CSS packages for this. But one of the problems was, unless you knew to click right here into this box area where I'm hovering, it wouldn't close. So you'd have to click on the box to close it. Now with this new add-on, more code has been added. So you can literally click anywhere on the screen and that modal is going to go away. So let's click share, click anywhere on the screen here, and it's gone. Okay. So that is a new feature. And it works again, whether it's listings or blog posts that you want to share. Now, the full-blown starter sites that we are seeing here, there's nothing to show you as far as sharing blog posts because these sites don't use the default MyListing blog post templates, so it's not actually part of that. But it is part over here. If you happen to use like one of the MyListing demos, then it's going to come into play over there. As I showed you, blog, go to a post, click share. There we go. Let's go to a listing again. It looks like I got my mouse back. Something wonky with that browser, I guess. Go into here. We click share on the single listing, and boom, there you go. Super, super cool stuff. Looks good on mobile. Fully mobile optimized. Okay. Super, super cool stuff. All right, let's go over to like a phone. Do I have a phone on here I can do? Let's go. There we go. We see that it's fully responsive. Looks great. Okay, guys, that is pretty much it. Again, out of the box, it's going to look good for pretty much every MyListing website. If you want to add tweaks, it's very easy with CSS. It's mobile responsive out of the box. Yeah, just take that content sharing modal to a whole other level so people trust your website more. Don't show them that default sharing option because it just doesn't look that good at all, right? Okay, hope you enjoyed the video and go and get the add-on.